Global.
Alright, man, for those who don't know what's going on, man, like, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Say, man, my name Charleston White, a.k.a. Rat Williams. My family know me as Charleston Blue, 42-year-old native out of Fort Worth, Texas, man.
Okay, so, like, you, 42, you seen a lot of Fort Worth. You seen a lot of different sides of Fort Worth, like, from where it was when you was growing up to where it is now. You know what I'm saying? You seen the changes. Like,
yeah.
What do you think is the biggest change in the Fort Worth community right now?
Man, Fort Worth is an agricultural state. Texas is an agricultural state. Initially, Fort Worth, Texas, that's a working man's town, a family man's town. Dope came and changed the aspect of who we were as a community. But even back then, when dope entered into our communities during our grandmother and them ages, the heroin, right, the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Hold on. That's too loud. You on that game? AB. Alright, nah, my bad.
During the aspects, you know, when dope was introduced to the black community, man, black people had just come out of slavery. We had prominent areas, we had prominent businesses, right? So when the heroin hit during the jazz era, those were our grandmothers, which would probably be y'all great-grandmothers.
I ain't from out here, but yeah, you know.
But I'm just talking about the culture of black people
okay.
during that time era.
Okay.
They was working people. Black people didn't really kill black people. Black people didn't rape black people. We had our own problems, but it wasn't self-inflicted, right? Gang banging came, so that's my generation.
Right.
Gang banging.
What year was that?
That's mid to early 80s, right? So that's when it started trickling in. It took its full effect late 80s, early 90s,
okay.
Going into a new generation. So I watched everything go from the 80s. Mama and them buying us Juneteenth outfits, and we celebrating Juneteenth like it was the 4th of July. Family reunions. You can remember family reunions. You can remember playing outside, kids going all over the city. And it was more community based. It was a neighborhood. When the gangs came by way of California changed the whole dynamics, man, of who we were as a black community in Fort Worth, Texas. They had the strongest game that niggas had ever seen. Niggas killing niggas. And because all the men had left, right? Even the niggas who sold dope in the 60s and the 70s, they were still men who took care of the village. They still fed the village. They still took care of people with the dope money. The gang niggas came with the dope and the gang banging and the violence and the killings. They didn't take care of the village. They destroyed the village. They made it to where Maria and them, Big Mama and Grandmama and them, they couldn't sit on the porch. The kids couldn't play in the front yard. The California niggas came down to the country states and put the dope selling down in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood where Grandmama and Mama and the kids live. The old niggas before them, they put the dope in businesses. Go back and watch the movie American Gangster. They sold out of tire shops. They sold out of mechanic shops. They didn't sell in the neighborhood with the women and the children. Them was the gang banging California boys. So when the gang banging California boys from 1983 to now in Fort Worth, Texas, it's been boys following boys. Boys following their mama. Boys following their grandmama. It ain't been no boys following men. Most OGs is 2 years older than the niggas up under them. Most niggas start gang banging at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. By the time they 22, 23, 24, they hollering OG and ain't seen a motherfucking thing. Don't know a motherfucking thing. So I watched that dynamic change, right? My mama know all the big time dope dealers of that era. My mama used to mess with one of the biggest dope dealers that everybody know, and I ain't gonna say his name. I saw mama parties. Man, we was walking on marble floors in the 80s. I had my own phone line in the 80s. That was unheard of. I had my own room, my own bed, had all the name brand clothes. One of the only niggas with Michael Jordan tennis shoes in the 80s in the black community. So I watched us go from neighborhood to hood. We took the neighbor off. We used to go next door. Hey neighbor, you got some sugar I can borrow? Yeah girl, come on in and get some sugar. Mama used to can run off and leave the kids and go be a hoe in another state, and the neighbors would go over there and get them kids and raise them and treat them like they was there. So we took the neighbors. So I watched us go from neighborhood to hood, and then we ain't got no community, right? So we still holding on to the gang banging. But nigga, you joined that when you was a kid. That was a childhood decision.
Yeah.
So I watched us lose men to us evolve today to just being grown men with holding on to childhood boy value systems. Michael Jordan tennis shoes and C's and B's.
Oh, for sure. Now, who, like, okay, you said it was California people, like, who, like, started the gang banging? Like, was it one first? Was it just like Bloods first, Crips first, or was it like just
Crips came to Fort Worth first, man. Boot Nose went to LA, man. Boot Nose was a big time dope dealer out of Como. He went down to LA, man. He had family connection or whatever to LA. The Rolling 60s, right? He brought the Rolling 60s down here. All the California niggas did was come to the southern states. They didn't go to Midwest. They didn't go to the East Coast. They came down where the dumb country boys were. Louisiana, Oklahoma, that's so it's all the southern states. Larry Hoover, they was more political. Gangster Disciples, now Growth and Development. They had literature, they had political funds and organizations. They was rallying people for votes and all of that. The dumb Crip and Bloods, all they had was a killing game. All they had, so Boot Nose went up there. Them niggas saw Boot Nose with that badass, I think a Lamborghini and whatever. Say, man, y'all country boys getting money down there like that? Yeah, he bring them niggas down here. They come down, fuck our mamas, fuck our aunties, have fun, get niggas fake dope, blow up dope, kill niggas, treat niggas bad, have fun, go back, Brad. Man, we having fun down there in them country states. Some niggas, the Jeep niggas didn't come out here. So, the Crips come to the west side, the Blood niggas come to the east side. He was one of the first niggas introduced when the Bloods first came. So they come to the west, they come to the east. But they never intended for us to be what they were coming from where they came from. Yeah. We just was country boys, homie. And everybody, if you had California plates, you was somebody. Driving through the South, driving through the country. You was somebody with them yellow California license plates. You got plenty of pussy just because you had yellow California license plates. So when they come with that game, here we come. Most boys who had a father in a home didn't join a gang. It was all boys without a daddy. When the Crips started in California, niggas didn't join voluntarily. You were forced to join. If you was playing basketball at St. Andrews Park, the Crips showed up, say, hey, we Crips, nigga. How many of y'all Crips? Well, if y'all want to play basketball here, y'all got to become Crips. If they didn't become Crips, they got beat up every day. So if a nigga didn't voluntarily join, that's how the Blood started, because everybody Crips and they bullies. So when it came down here to our town, our state, homie, we took it. We didn't replicate it. We emulated it. They gave us the movie Colors. So then they commercialized it when they put Colors on the big screen. Now when Colors came on the big screen, I was about 11, 12 years old. When I saw Hot Top and Rocket, nigga, squat down with them guns and kill one another, oh boy, that's how I want to die. Because we getting all those imageries, right? Yeah. We ain't dancing like Big Daddy Kane no more. We ain't kidding playing no more. We ain't cool Modin. We ain't fight the power no more. We fuck the police, nigga. We gangster rap now when this shit is being introduced. So it's introduced into the culture. So it just didn't happen here. It was in Shreveport. It was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was in all the dumb country states where the country boys had never seen nothing like this. This was Hollywood game. We saw this shit on television. So what did you see? You start seeing niggas looking like Eazy-E with the Jerry curl, LA Raiders hats, LA King jackets. We start emulating that bullshit on TV. And now we emulating that shit all the way to the graveyard and all the way to mama's graveyard. Mama dying watching us emulate this gangster shit.
Damn. That's one way to look. I ain't never think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that people really just, like, a lot of people are followers. You know what I'm saying? So when you see what you see on TV, a lot of people do. So do you blame rap music for, like,
you goddamn right I do.
Why you say that?
They promote it. They promote it. They endorse it. They embrace it. They dance to it. They don't rebut it. They don't rebut it. So when you look at a rapper and you look at his real life, his lyrics in his real life is damn near adding up. It used to didn't be like that.
You think so? You think a lot of rappers, what they talk about is that's their real life?
They talk about it, then they try to live up to it. First they speak it, because they don't live it. They mimicking. First they speak it, then they try to live up to it. That's why they rap about it, then put it in the video with the guns. That's why you can't never see them niggas in no video without no guns, with no bitches. Like Tupac did, nigga, with just plenty of hoes in the video. That's why you see these niggas always got to go get a bunch of niggas. Why you think they go get a room full of niggas? And they don't go get no bitches? Shit.
That's a good question.
Why you think in every rap video it's a bunch of niggas hollering about I'm gonna kill me a nigga, I'm gonna shoot that nigga, I'm gonna rob that goddamn nigga, I'm gonna kill, and nigga, there ain't no bitch nowhere to grab, nigga. It ain't no macking and playing no more. It's all about killing niggas. And when they do their interview, they got their guns. Yeah, man, we woo 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 woo. When I moved to California, I met this nigga, right? This nigga say, what's up, homie? Yeah, nigga, my name is Tony Lowe from 74 Hoover. I'm saying, man, why he just couldn't stop at Tony Lowe? So that's what I hit him with. Shit, my nigga, I don't know nothing about that shit, nigga. I'm just a country boy playing lane with a whole bunch of game. Oh, you know about Hoopers? There's Hoopers down there. So my partner stepped in and said, nah, homie, he know he's down there, but yeah, so he finna go on with the Hoover Crips shit. So my nigga say, you know Hoover Nate? The nigga say, yeah. You talking about OG Hoover Nate? Yeah, that's the big homie. He said, yeah, that's my peep homie, that's my big fam. That nigga hurry up and scattered. The nigga hurry up and scattered when the nigga knew Big Hoover Nate in California. So, when you look at these rappers, homie, you don't never get to see who they are as individuals. We never got to see Aramis. We saw Nip with the 60 shit, cuz. We never saw Aramis, who his mother talked about at the funeral. We never saw Aramis, who Lauren London talked about at the funeral. We never saw Aramis, who Lil Wayne's son got up and said he had a dream, and Aramis, he never said Nipsey. The people who knew him said Aramis. They never said Nipsey. So niggas is defending Nipsey, but they don't never speak about Aramis. So niggas talk about Twisted Black, but they don't talk about Tommy Burns and the pain that he talks about, that his children done went through. So these niggas is stuck in character, just like they big homies is mentally retarded, stuck in their childhood boy decision when they got down with the gang. They ain't learned to evolve, right? Nigga, Tupac showed you another side. Biggie showed you another side. MC Hammer showed you another side. These niggas is stuck in character, homie.
Nah, for sure. I agree. I agree for sure. Now, shit, the kids, bro, like, how do you think we can, like, what can rappers do? Do you think rappers will ever change, or do you think it's too late?
It's too late. It's the imagery.
Now, can we just blame the rappers, though? When there's parents out there that can say, hey, you don't need to be watching this. Like, it's people should step in and tell kids, like...
As a black man, homie, when you stand before your people, you got a responsibility and obligation, nigga. They giving you their money. They giving you their brains, their time, nigga. Everybody before you knew they had an obligation, nigga. Ali, how you not go have an obligation, nigga? And you got a microphone. Dick Gregory said that one microphone, nigga, is more powerful than 10 of your richest, most favorite celebrities. Nigga, what you mean, nigga? You remember when you was rapping and mama was gone at work, man? Mama had to work, nigga. I don't give a fuck about no slut. I'm gonna put my thumb in the butt, man. So when I go to school, nigga, I'm gonna put me a thumb in the butt, nigga. That's what he said. Nigga, Easy them said rape. So you don't think niggas wasn't raping?
I ain't listening easy. That's
say, homie,
time, bro.
Nigga, Rick Ross talked about raping.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact.
Pimp C talked about raping. I'm looking at rape. I'm looking at kidnap. He talked about it, nigga. We kicked in the door, nigga, and robbed and raped. That's what he said in the songs. Shit, nigga, some niggas in the song say kill a nigga mama. So none little boys is knocking on doors, shooting nigga mamas in the head, nigga. Doing other black people like this. So you mean we ain't, nigga, we already know, nigga, what the crack era done. We know what, these niggas got gang banging mamas and daddies. And most of the niggas I hear, they talk, my mama dead, my daddy dead, on God, on my mama, nigga, on my dead mama grave. Them little boys is in pain, nigga. Them little niggas is in pain with them big old guns. And when they get to that penitentiary and that white boy holler, life without parole. Oh, God damn, man. Say, boy. I done seen it. And they all cry. They all cry, nigga. Ain't none of them over 25 years old with a developed brain. The prefrontal cortex of their brain ain't even developed for them to even have an understanding, to have logic and reason, and even understand what they done, nigga. And even what they rapping about. They just in pain, and they ain't got no outlet. Other than, they really want to cry. So, nigga, until we hold them accountable, the community, the village got to hold these niggas accountable, nigga, for feeding our people pausing, because the white boy, again, I'm a little crumbs. Nigga, give us 2 songs. Tupac gave us head, whatever that shit, something, nigga. Give us the good and the bad, nigga, but tell the whole motherfucking truth, nigga. Let them know if you shoot that gun, nigga, you might not ever come home, boy. It ain't like the game where you can hit the reset button, nigga. See, this is the Grand Theft Auto Call of Duty generation. So they think they can do what they did on them video games and don't know it ain't no reset button to this shit, nigga. That's why they all crying right now for the little boy that got killed down there in Houston. They all crying. But when they out doing the killing and they out doing the hurting, ain't nobody crying in. Ain't no mamas crying in. My mama was crying when we were doing wrong with people. Boy, y'all stop. Mama trying to put us in program. Mama trying to find us a mentor. Me and mama trying to fight. She ain't just sitting back saying they doing, no. And you right, it all started home. That's where charity begins.
What you mean by that?
Everything starts at home, homie. How you was raised, and where you was raised, and who you was raised by shapes who you are as a person. By the time you 5 years old, you already got your foundation of who you are as an individual, your temperament, your attitudes, your thought, all of that by the age of 5. So your critical years from 0 to 5, most niggas didn't even get nurtured from at that point. So when you raised in this household, right, and you don't come from love, it ain't no loving mother, it ain't no loving, it ain't no love. Everybody's selfish, you got to fight, you sleeping on the floor. Boy, you a cold motherfucker when you come off that porch. So the difference between children and rappers who come out of their home, he come from love and he just acting. He don't come from love and he'll really hurt somebody. Hurt people. Why you think these niggas rapping about hurting people?
That's a fact, but like majority of rappers, you know what I'm saying, or the rappers that the genre you talking about come from that type of environment though. Like you said, like it start from the house. Like daddy might be in jail, you know, mama might be doing something else. You never know where people come from, but like at the same time, it don't make an excuse for it. Like when you do something, you got to be ready for the consequences of all your actions if you step out and do something.
This is all I'm saying. Why is all of your energy toward killing? And you ain't talking about killing nobody but your neighbor, your brother, your people.
You think majority of the people that talk about it really out here doing that though?
Listen, homie, if you keep talking it, homie, it's going to come to existence. You speak it into existence. You say it enough, you bring in energy. Then the people that you listening to, homie, where you think drive-by music come from? Every nigga before he get ready to kill, nigga, he go and then put that music in, nigga. And we go ride to that music, nigga. We go put that music in, nigga. The music is what amps you up to go do this shit. You don't be in silence when it's time to go ride. When you get ready to go fight, nigga, you listen. When mama done make you mad, nigga, you go put that music in. Music is for the soul. Before the story was told to me, man, about this motherfucker called Lucifer the devil. Before he was kicked out of heaven, he was over the music. His job was praise and worship. Mama and them say the Bible described that motherfucker as being draped in diamonds and golds and rubies. And when he opened his mouth up, it sounded like beautiful music. Come on, homie. Come on. So, if all you saying, why are we the only race with this kind of music? And so why are we the only race with these kind of results? White boys hear this shit, but they ain't acting the music out. Look at NBA YoungBoy and look at the kids who listen to them. They acting it out, homie. I was the same nigga. I would be walking with my niggas and I would say, man, what would Ice Cube do right now? Well, as a 13, 14-year-old kid, and based on the lyrics that I heard, Ice Cube say, bust that nigga window out. Man, that nigga got the bitches in there. Man, you see all them hoes, that nigga won't even let us in. Well, we don't know the bitches done snuck in, so I get a brick and throw it through my nigga window, thinking that's how Ice Cube would do. So, homie, though these are the leaders of our community. These are the niggas out front that got all the kids' minds and ears. They only telling them one side. Why not tell the whole story?
For sure. You made a real good point with that. Now, shit, we kind of got off to a tangent with that. But Fort Worth, bro, like, I'm pretty sure you know you popular in Fort Worth.
Yeah, one of the hottest niggas in the city. Yeah, ain't no nigga fucking with me.
Now, like, where, for real? Where, you know what I'm saying? Where did you start to get your name in Fort Worth? And like, before we can get into that, like, why do people call you a rat? Like, what's that? Like, what's that about?
Well, hey, this is what that's about, homie. I'm a community activist. I'm not a lawbreaker. If you threaten me and you call me and threaten me, nigga, I'm gonna go tell the police he threatened me. If they threaten me, I'm gonna go tell the police, man, they threatened me. So when you and I have an encounter and something happened, it's documentation that you've been threatening me. So I got the law on my side. Called stand your ground, self-defense, license to carry. Man, I don't want to lose my license to carry. So niggas say, oh man, he told on the men on the Harvard Street Crips. Well nigga, if you get on social media with all them threats and you say you a Crip and all that, homie, I'm 42 years old. How I'm gonna let a nigga trick me out the streets, nigga? So I'm gonna go tell it. Snitching is if me and you doing wrong. And we doing wrong. And we get in trouble, and I tell to get out of trouble. That's snitching. But if I'm walking inside my house, nigga, and you breaking into my neighbor's house, and I call the police on you, that ain't snitching. If you pull up in my driveway as I'm walking in and say bitch ass nigga, I'm gonna kill you hoe ass nigga, and I go in and say, hey man, these guys just made, that ain't snitching. So that's where the name Rat come from. And I'm glad they gave it to you, boy, because it done got Cat Williams, Letitia, Dead Brian. We have taken on the name Rat Williams. Say, man, look at this here, man. So how I get my name Charleston Blue. There was a movie came out in 1976 called Come Back Charleston Blue about a pimp nigga. I was born in 1977. My dad name is Charles. My mama named me Charleston. Well, I got an uncle who was a stomped down real motherfucking pimp in the 1970s who raised me. So I get my name and my game from my Uncle Wayne. So they say Charleston, daddy named Charles, uncle loved the movie Charleston Blue. Say, man, that's my nephew Charleston Blue. So he give me that name before I even knew my real name. I'm one of the first kids in Fort Worth, Texas to be tried and adjudicated for the crime of murder, September 18, 1991. I was sentenced to 12 years. I spent 7 years in the Texas Youth Commission, now known as the Texas Juvenile Justice Department, from 14 to 21. We was charged with capital murder. I fought in the first.
So you was more.
Me and 3 other people.
Okay.
I was 14. My co-defendant was 15, 16, and 17. In 1991, 15, 16, and 17-year-old got charged as adults if they committed a murder. 14, you didn't. After we committed that crime, they changed the law in 1992. Now 14-year-old, now 12-year-old can go to prison.
Wow.
Now 12-year-old can go to prison. So when we committed that crime, the state changed the law where a kid can go from 30 years to 40 years. So I fought in a generation of children, some of the first generation of children in Texas who fall under this Texas Juvenile Determined Sentencing Law where a kid can be sentenced up to 40 years. All the G niggas, homie, Lil Rank, said, nigga, all the G niggas, we all met up in Juvenile Detention Center. And I'm gonna give a disclaimer. You can't wait to be no G nigga when you get grown. Being a credence to a G nigga, my nigga, is having juvenile delinquency. See, real G niggas, we all met up in a juvenile system, and then later on in life, they met back up in prison. If you wasn't in that juvenile, homie, you ain't G. We going in and out early. Niggas who wait till they get older, no, nigga, that ain't the credence of no G nigga. Every G nigga know that. So, when who was off the porch in 91? Any nigga got an opinion. Who was off the porch? Nigga, I was off way before gangbanging took off, nigga. A violent young nigga. So, it was 4 of us. So, I went to juvenile. Them niggas got certified. We killed a white man at a mall. I planned it. It was my girlfriend's house who we broke in. Her daddy was a Dallas police officer. I took my niggas on a crime spree. Fort Worth Star-Telegram said I was the smallest out of the bunch, but the brains of the bunch. I've always been a leader, homie. Little nigga with a big old heart and a whole big old brain, nigga. So I got all these old niggas following me at 14. I gave the nigga the gun. Shoot that motherfucker, nigga, because I was in the back seat. I couldn't get out fast enough. Man, shoot that motherfucker. So I get 12 years. My mama got money, nigga. I ain't me on. Me and my mama got money, nigga.
So why put yourself in that situation?
I was a kid. The kid don't know my nigga. We just out robbing. Nigga running in Foot Locker, running out with jackets. And that's the same thing the police said. If y'all didn't plan on killing nobody, why did y'all take a gun? Cause we said, man, we wasn't trying to kill no man. If y'all wasn't, so a lot of young boys don't. I'm glad you asked that question because the courts and the judges ask that same question when our children get in trouble. We was children, homie, in pain, no daddy. We felt abandoned because daddy ain't there. Most of them nigga mamas was on crack, so they felt unloved. I felt unloved. I felt rejected because mama worked all the time.
So you was in a one-parent household?
One parent, single, Miss Mama. Okay. Traditional single-parent black household. Loving mama, nurturing, work hard at General Motors, take a nigga to church. We got loving, giving us everything we want. Take us out the ghetto, but guess what we acting like? Them motherfuckers down off. Took us out there, we made it out. Gave us everything, homie. So I catch a murder case September 18, 1991, I get 12 years. My brother turn around, catch a murder case, kill a big time dope dealer nigga, kill him execution style. He get 99 years. They offered him 25. They offered him 25, but he turned it down, thinking he can beat it. No murder weapon, no nothing. Go to trial, they give him 99. That nigga jumped up and flipped the table over and said, y'all can take the nigga out the hood, but y'all can't take the hood out the nigga. The bailiff and them go over there to try to wrestle. He trying to get the bailiff gun in the courtroom. They got the rusted jewelry out. They get that nigga 15 more years on top of that 99. But listen to what he said. You can take the nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga. Nigga, mama took us out the hood, and we ain't never have no hood in us. He just mimicking shit he done heard. Nigga, he just mimicking shit. Nigga, mama took us out the hood. We ain't have no motherfucking hood in us, nigga. We come from love, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. We was just in pain, nigga. Ain't never had a hug by a man. Ain't never had a man say I love you. Nigga feeling abandoned when dad ain't there, homie. Don't know what to do when daddy gone, man, because a son can do nothing without his father. Nigga lost like a motherfucker, so I joined gang. I smoke wet. I hang with these niggas. I do everything trying to find an identity because you get your identity from your father. Your daddy's supposed to give you a name. Just like God gave Adam a job, nigga, your daddy tell you what you gonna be. Your daddy say which direction to go in. Other than that, you just blind man shuffling through life. Meeting niggas, blind man shuffling. Trying to go through life, hoping you don't get killed or go to prison because you don't know, ain't no nigga please. So that's how a nigga end up, nigga, like that. At 14 with a capital murder case and got to go away from mama and that white boy system. Mama's biggest fear is for you to go down there, man, them white folk got control of your life. Nigga, now mama don't know what's gonna happen to her baby. But she can sleep now.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, so you said you did 12 years.
I did 7 on the 12.
Okay.
I was sentenced to 12, but I did 7 on the 12. So what happens to a kid if he commits murder in Texas? He'll go into the juvenile system until his 18th birthday. 30 days prior to his 18th birthday, he'll go back
now, what is the juvenile system like though? Like growing up in the juvenile system, like what was that like?
Shit, homie, back then it was rocking and rolling. Everybody gang banging. Thinking about 1991, gang banging just taking off. So shit, nigga, I always been a little nigga with heart.
And what part of Texas was you?
They sent us down by Houston.
Okay.
So it's niggas from all over. So it's ages from 12 to 21. Everybody in there for murder. Ain't no dope dealers, ain't no thief. Everybody's a murderer, a rapist, a child molester, a kidnapper, or arsonist. Ain't nothing, all violent kids from ages 12 to 21. You got gangster disciples, black gangster disciples, you got Latin kings, you got some Thresses, you got Nathaniels, you got Crips, you got some secretive blood, man, you got everything in there. And you even got girls in there during that time. And nigga, it's rocking and rolling. It's rocking and rolling, nigga. And I went down there representing, nigga. You can ask any nigga who was in Giddings State School to represent, nigga. By the time I turned 16, so from 14 to 16, I made a name for myself. By the time I was 16, I ran that motherfucker. Not that I was the baddest or the toughest. The smartest. When everybody else was, domino, motherfucker! I was reading books. watching them disciple niggas, I saw how powerful knowledge was. I saw one nigga that was a gangster disciple out of a nigga named Greg Henry out of Houston. That nigga was a legend out of Houston. That nigga got power. I saw how he had power over other young boys, and we was kids. So I knew how literature and knowledge made him power because he could teach everybody knowledge. So when Monster Cody wrote the book, right? Man, my mama used to send me books. Them niggas were playing basketball. Them niggas were doing everything else. Nigga, I was reading books. So I'm the nigga that write the love letters for the niggas. I'm the nigga when we go to jail. If I'm in jail after a week, everybody, I'm the lawyer when niggas come to talk to about their cases. So I'm that nigga. I'm the nigga to gather everybody to write grievances when the staff. And so I got the leader mind, homie. So when Monster Cody wrote that book, I sat and I read that whole book. So I was able to gather some knowledge about the Crips history and names where it started off from the beginning.
So were you like in the gang? Was you gang?
Yeah, I started. I joined the gang when I got into the juvenile system. I joined the rolling 60s. It was a nigga by the name of OG Zim, man. And OG Zim is like the Tukey Williams in Texas. So any nigga done been to prison in Texas know OG Zim. Nigga out of Austin, light skinned yellow nigga. He a legend. That's my OG. Coming from a home not having a father, when I saw the nigga, man, and saw how he conducted himself. So I'm 14, so they got 18, 19, 20-year-old niggas in there. Yeah. So they like our fathers. They like, so I'm them the G niggas, homie. And they represent like G niggas. And they killers, right? So I've always been intrigued by the older G niggas. So I watched them niggas, and so I would do things to impress them niggas. And so when I joined, nigga, I worked my way up the ladder. So when OG Zim got ready to leave, nigga, based on how I represented up under his leadership, nigga, when he left me to call shots of the whole facility, nigga. So, yeah, nigga, I could snap my fingers and start a ride. And the people knew I had that influence. I had power in there, homie. Yeah. Nigga, you couldn't touch me. Any nigga tell you that, right? So, I joined, but I was playing. Nigga, man, I come from a good home. I just wanted to fit in and be accepted. Nigga, I'm a little nigga with one eye, but I fight, I got heart, and so, nigga, I led the pack. I remember when I joined, I wrote my mama a letter, and I wrote her a letter crossing out the B's, writing CC, you know, with that foolish shit. And man, this is a woman who comes see me every other weekend. Nigga, mama wrote me back and say, shit, tell them nigga buy you some soap, don't write home and ask me to send you a motherfucking thing. I remember joining and rejecting God. It was everything I was looking for, homie, coming from a single parent home. Because I wanted that affirmation from a male. Nigga, the homies hitting that and then boom, giving you that hug, the big homies giving you all that big homie embrace, nigga. You can't relate it to nothing, but you can only imagine this how I feel if your daddy hugs you. So nigga, I did things to get that from the big homies, nigga. That's my little nigga. Yeah, all my life, nigga, I've been pleasing the big homies, nigga. I kill for the big homies. Nigga, do what? I steal out of mama purse for the big homies, nigga. I steal mama car, nigga, for the homies. The big homies said do it, nigga. So, nigga, I was a crash dummy for the set and the big homies. And so I just happened to be a star at being a crash dummy. And so then, when I became leader, nigga, you couldn't tell me no. I rule with an earned fist, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you figure ready to go home, nigga. If a nigga call a hit, you got a hit, nigga. So, I had a partner named Damian Roller. He was called Baby Insane. He was Zeno's baby. He was all our little homie. He was the baby of the set, right? Man, that little nigga, he grew up in there. He didn't have no mama. He was down. But then it was a man by the name of Benjamin Smith. Benjamin Smith was a late night counselor, and he was into that alpha omega shit. So he had recruited all them niggas to do all the stalking and shit. I was mad at that nigga, homie, getting the homies doing that shit, nigga. So he was a preacher too. He was a youth pastor, and he got Damian Rowland to change his life and turn it over to God. Nigga, I got the homie jumped on for that. I stayed getting the homie jumped on, nigga. Hated that nigga because he left the set. So when I got older, nigga, It was time for me to go to court. I'm ready to go to prison, nigga. It's my dream to go to prison, nigga. My brother there, uncle there. So the state recommendation was for me to go to prison. When I went back to court, nigga, them white people we had killed, nigga, they was loving and they was forgiving. And then there were 4 people who came back to court with me. It was 2 white people that worked on my dorm, and it was 2 black men. Well, I was taught to hate white people. And because I didn't have a father, I resented all male authority figures. White, black, any male authority figure, nigga, you can't tell me nothing. A woman can, but a man can't. I don't know what it's like for a man to holler at me, nigga. You better not holler at me. So they came back to court, man, and the only thing good they had to say was, Your Honor, this kid got potential to be somebody. So I'm saying, man, why would they do that shit? Man, why would them white people put their job on the line, come back here and try to get me out? And then why them white people forgiving me? Man, I ain't even care about killing that man. I ain't got no remorse for that shit. But man, when them people didn't send me to prison, and I went back into Giddings, nigga, you couldn't tell the homies I wasn't going to prison. So he gave all the homies hope. When nigga over the next 3 years, so I did 4 years at that point. I went back and done another 3. Nigga, back then you supposed to do a 4 on a 12. I wanted to go to prison because I would have got out before I was 21. Yeah. So when I went back home them next 3 years, I watched all the homies go to prison. Nigga, I watched all the homies, so I'm like, damn, nigga, you didn't go. Nigga, you gave everybody hope. So as I got older, I come home to my family. Say, homie, my niggas did 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 years, nigga, for crimes they committed when they was 12, 13, 14, and 15. So they coming home, right? They hit me, say, what's up, nut, cuz I'm out. Nigga, what, nigga, you, man, I done the whole 20, nigga. Shit, nigga, I just done 25. Nigga, my mama died. Nigga, my grandmama died. So, nigga, I started saying, damn, homie, these niggas went to prison under my leadership, nigga. I wasn't smart enough to get everybody home to their families. Tell niggas, so nah, nigga, we was just kicking up dust. So, because they was doing what I said did, homie, they had a chance to go home at 18. But because they loyalty to the game and to my position as leader, homie, they did what I, you know. So I learned what a true leader is. A true leader is somebody who focuses on self-improving themselves. And while I'm working on me, nigga, I ain't worried about what you doing. I ain't worried about what you doing. I'm working on me. You see me working on me. You go see the changes in me. So when you see the changes in me, it's going to inspire you to change. So as I'm changing, people around me will change. That's what happens to a true leader. So I learned from being a negative leader to come be a true leader, right? So I got my training in there. Nigga, it's 50 of us. Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Waco. He done travel with me, homie. It's 50 of us all around the state. So I put together a reunion back in 2016, and we all went back to that same juvenile system. Man, we had some stories to tell. Nah, nigga, ain't nobody saying we was right. So any nigga still joining the gang, and he joined it back then, and he's standing here representing it. And he represented it with his chest stuck out and his chin held. He need to be shot in the head. The kids don't know. Homie, they just following because it ain't no man there. And like I say, a son can't do nothing without his father. He go watch television and listen to the music and look at mama. It's a whole lot of little boys that know little boys stand up and pee because they ain't never seen a man. So they sit down and pee till they go outside and see niggas stand up and let their dicks dangle. See, man, we done heard some stories, man. We done worked with